Oh man, I didn't plug in my mic. Sorry, guys. Let's step up the quality, though we might not even be live yet. However, if we are, we should be gravy now. You guys ever heard of a guy named Rupert Spira? It's actually Spear, but I threw a sp in there because it felt right to do it. This is going to be somewhat of a rant, just because I have a tendency to lean that way. But more so, hopefully, it's just something that's super useful and helpful to you guys. I was watching this guy. The video is called "The Nature of Consciousness." The lecturer's name is Rupert Spira. He's got 444 comments as I watched the video. So noted, angels. However, let me see if I can find the comment that I watched that sort of struck a chord that yeah, let's see. I can't find it, but I remember what it said. It basically said, I've been struggling with trying to find out the nature of consciousness for years, etc., 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 etc. And my heart was a bit broken because I thought no one, except for philosophers, like lawyers, or people who like to think themselves into circles as simple brain exercises. Outside of that kind of person, you don't have to understand the nature of consciousness. Right? You guys know that understanding the nature of consciousness, which is probably the most difficult journey you will ever is the most difficult journey you will ever undertake. That's not the point. In fact, it could be argued, and it will, it could be the exact opposite of trying to find out the nature of consciousness, that is enlightenment. You know what I mean? Like the whole point of it all isn't to drill yourself into the ground with philosophical concepts. Like, I only do that shit because it's fun. Like, if you guys think I'm up here learning what I'm learning and teaching what I'm teaching because I'm trying to get you guys to enlightenment, you have missed the point entirely. First of all, I'm absolutely no one to be teaching anyone of any type of enlightenment, for crying out loud. Jesus Christ. But no, seriously, this Rupert guy goes hard on it too. When he talks in circles, and he doesn't talk in circles. He talks in necessary circles for this type of topic. Like, it's the only way to talk about something like the nature of consciousness is to sort of very eloquently and linearly, if that's not too much of a paradox, talk in circles about the nature of consciousness. Hopefully that made sense. Keith, what's your point? My point is, I was upset because I watched 3 or 4 of this guy's videos, and it's all the same. It's been basically the same topic the entire time. It's like the nature of consciousness, and it's funny. I even typed it into the comment section in his video. Also, my hater came out. I was all, theatrics are a bit much, comma, am I the only one in here that's not with it? Question mark. And he is super theatrical, but like, I don't know, his theatrics come off a little, and then I get a lot of gurus, their theatrics are what throw me off. You know what I mean? That sort of riddle-esque way of talking around things where it's like really cute and clever, but not necessarily useful at all. That's the taste I had in my mouth after watching these videos. It was like, yeah, the guy's dropping mad knowledge and truth if you're balls deep in the philosophy of this world. But like someone going into spirituality and shit like that, like these are legit the most useless concepts, practically speaking, to get into this world, is trying to figure out that ultimate question of what does it all mean, Basil? Because that's basically the ultimate question. The nature of consciousness is the ultimate question. What is God? Salabi, what up? Galactic Goddess, Verica, Chidori, Michelle. Um, that's the question you guys are asking. What is God? And the very definition of God is to be undefinable. And the Kabbalion that we study often on this channel goes over this sort of nature of consciousness. Like every sort of every lens on spirituality will have its version, and the Kabbalion had its own. And it's pretty standard, undefinable, the all existing thing that came before all things and cannot be limited by anything because there is no thing outside of itself. And even to try to define the thing is to miss the entire point and get it wrong, period. And to even try to find out the nature of the all is akin to a mouse running around a wheel for its entire life, dying, tired, and downtrodden and heartbroken in the very place that it began its journey at. Long story short, give up the quest for trying to figure out what God is. And my favorite, I think I'll go to the graveyard. My boy Alan Watts, man, said it best. He said it in one fucking sentence, and it literally summarizes tens of hours of this dude's work, of my work, of my lectures included. Alan Watts says it like this: on the nature of consciousness. Well, he said two things, and I'll tell you the second thing he said on the nature of consciousness. And they're fucking brilliant. Because the knife cannot cut itself. Light does not shine upon itself. Teeth can't bite themselves. Try to imagine try to imagine looking at your own eyeballs without using a mirror. Impossible. The thing that produces doesn't really bear witness to the production. It's a paradox. You can't see your own eyeballs. And that's the journey of trying to figure out the nature of consciousness. It's like trying to bite your own teeth, trying to see your own eyeballs. So that's the first thing he said on the nature of consciousness. Second thing he said was the one thing, the oneness, the God, the Almighty, the it. So it's similar to this. And he goes, so Alan, what is God? Oh, you want to know what God is? It's this. Let those with ears hear, with eyes, let those with eyes see. You guys following? I don't believe the point of it all. Again, unless you're like a philosopher or you love mind exercises and you love these sort of paradoxes to try to wrap your mind around for the sake of, brain power type shit, or it's useful to study these things if you are going to be a teacher so that you can like eloquently maneuver your way around the verses in such a manner where you can explain it to other people to where they can understand it plainly, then it's useful, obviously. But if you're just trying to be happy and sort of create and manifest the world that you want and gain confidence in your area of expertise, to develop an area of expertise, to reach enlightenment, to meditate on mountains, grow out dreadlocks down to your ass. Like, it doesn't matter what pursuit you guys take. That's the point. That's the point. The point is whatever you decide is the point, if that makes sense. What does it all mean, Basil? It means whatever the fuck you want it to mean. There are rules that emanate from source as a result of, all these realities that have been veiled by whatever you want to call that veil, that illusion of separation, right? Once you have that illusion of separation so that you can have your individualized, localized experiences, then you have laws. Learn those laws and proceed. That's it. If again, I'll bring it back. If you're struggling with the nature of consciousness, uh, stop. Stop trying to figure out what the hell the nature of consciousness is, and just live your damn life. It's like, well, what is that? What then? What if I'm not figuring out what it all means, Basil? I thought that was what we were here to do. If I'm not going to figure out God, what am I going to figure out? The answer to that is get creative, baby. What do you want to do? You want to grow a forest? Do you want to grow a Fortune 500 company? Do you want to grow a family? Do you want to grow a mushroom patch? What do you want to do? All experiences are equal in that they are experiences, and that's the only point of having the illusion of separation, is to have an experience, right? So I would assume that to a degree they're all sort of equally important. But I guess maybe people do like that. Maybe people do. Here's what I think. Here's what I think. And I'm sort of shooting from the hip here, but I'm watching the watching now, right? So we had 12 people watching now. We had like 20 a second ago, and it's fluctuating up and then back down. I notice I notice what people watch on the channel. Like it's my job to notice what you guys watch on this channel. Or at least a major part of it. So I take note on what people stick around to hear and what they don't, and, as you guys do. Like what I'm about to say is no surprise to you guys. People will stick around for the drama, or people will stick around for the sort of, these are all the answers. You've got questions, you've got answers. That's all state stand. Are you in good hands? It'd be something like that. But when I have conversations, when I make videos, especially the videos that are talking about, it's up to you. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't have your answers because your questions aren't good ones. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, there was something else I saw on there. It was like the quest for happiness, and like, why am I not happy all the time? Or it was a very generic question like that. It's like, no one's gonna ever be happy all the time, but this train of thought has been sort of force fed that your natural state is bliss and happiness. It's like your substantial is all the negative things don't really exist. You're actually the positive things. Like the real essential thing that's behind it all is the positive, and the negative is the shadow of it. And it's like, we've already discussed that the all thing is unknowable. So to say that it is the positive scale of things is to say you know what it is. Like, it's not the positive, it's not the negative, it's neither. All right, so we have a bunch of people running around in this sort of self-help / spiritual world where they're trying to they're asking the wrong questions. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what this video comes down to for me. Where my sort of angst against this is like, asking what's the nature of consciousness. Like, you're asking the wrong question, man. It's not it. Oh, the 200 mils number. Sorry, you guys. But Like, that's all. There's so much power in spirituality. There's so much power in learning the mechanisms of the universe, of holding your thought and will driven sigils and mantras and things like that. Like, there's, I have to close the door. Give me a sec. Baby's crying. We were talking about the countless things we can do with our knowledge of the natural and mystical and etheric world, because to know one is to know both, right? That's the whole point of law of correspondence. The whole reason why I preach so hard about following the natural law of nature and seasons and planets and shit like that, is because they're tied in. Like, the matter comes from the etheric, right? It comes from the intangible. So to know one is to know both. And if our entire generation is running around going, "What's the nature of consciousness? Like, what is it?" Oh man, you diehards are probably going to be mad at me for not knowing this, but there's a skit by what's his name? He did they had sharp teeth like this. Oh, they had sharp teeth like this. What the hell is his name? Monty Python. Did you guys ever see Monty Python where the philosophers are playing a soccer game? So it's a soccer game, and all the soccer players on both sides are famous philosophers, like Plato and Aristotle and Descartes and Nietzsche, and like all the bangers, right, from historical till present, classical and whatever. And one of them is about to score. He's like going, he's breaking tackles, and right as he's about to score, he stops and he's like, "Oh, Nietzsche's now deciding whether the net actually exists or whether it's a figment of his imagination, or if the question is even worth asking in the first place." And like, as he's thinking about this, the other soccer player steals the ball, jukes, he's about to score, but it's like Plato, and he's like, "What would Plato say?" I don't know. He would say some Plato-esque shit. But the whole point was, these fucks are over here. They keep asking they keep asking about the nature of reality so much that they forget to just fucking live their lives. And that's it. That's it. People are so worried about what does it all mean, Basil, that they forget that it all means exactly as it's unfolding in front of their eyes, but their eyes aren't open because they're too busy, like, with them closed. Nah, I mean, Jelly Bean. Damn, I dried some of the flour behind me. We picked some, and this is my first time burning it, and I like it. It's Colonel Pupil, I believe, is the name. It smells like a very strong sativa, super, super, super piney. So if you guys got it, light it. I don't have a match right now. I mean, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I don't mean to preach too much and sort of say like my way or the highway. Like, by all means, if you feel like it's extremely beneficial for you to ask such questions, then by all means ask them. We all do at certain points in our life. I did for years, and it was, for me, it was useful on many reasons. But I wouldn't necessarily say that I ever actually struggled with trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? It was always like I said, like a thought experiment. Like, oh, it would be nice to sort of figure out the nature of consciousness, or it's nice to sort of see the different ways people describe it. Could I describe it myself in a way that makes sense and sort of matches what I experience in the world? But like, only as a thought experiment, not basing my entire existence upon it. So yeah. Questions, guys. It's a questions game. It really is a questions game. It's not so much an answers game. It's not. For me, there's two. I guess you could argue that there's two polarities of a type of person, and then the in betweens. There's a person who likes the questions, and there's a person who likes the answers. And then maybe if both of our sides got smart, we would realize that it's neither. But to sort of step into one is to step into both. Anywho, since spirituality itself is a genre dominated with questions, at least I have found, then might as well make them good ones. You know what I mean? Might as well make the questions good ones. Actress, singer. Good luck with the career, actress, singer. Smith, hello. Sometimes you walk through the fire. Fuck yeah, you do, man. And we have all walked through the fire, and we'll all probably continue to. Sorry about your dog, actress. Sorry about your dog. What does YW stand for? I'll just have to use my imagination. File of cipher, Ankh, Creole, biracial, conjure witch. Marionette. Thank you for the Monty Python philosophy football. I guess the emojis aren't working. Looks like just the fire's working. Take your shoes off, you guys. Take your shoes off. Stay a while. Agent Smith has a theory, and it's a damn good one. The thing about questions, if you have the ability to ask them, you already have the ability to answer them. Oregano to avoid the algorithm. Thank you, Salavi. Starseed Glow. I would like to do a real deep blueprint chart, birth chart, blueprint chart for sure. And Salavi, the oregano turned out beautifully. It's so nice. It's like, I'm so happy with it. So far, it's been quite nice. This is my first time trying it with you guys. Some of the homegrowns. It's I think it's like Putang or something like that. That's hella funny. Or something like that. It's a sativa though. Oregano. Evening, Sarah. Hildegard, hello. Treasure Rose, hello. Is there anything I missed in the comment section? Thanks. Can you talk about dogs? You guys are too much. I was literally just like, hey, I was like, guys, we gotta ask the better questions. And then you're all, hey, dope, thanks. Noted. Sweet. Good talk. Can you talk about dogs? Next question. Can we talk about dogs? Sure. Dogs are four-legged animals in the mammalian family, if I'm saying that right, under the animal kingdom. They have hair. They started off as wolves and then were later bred all the way down to Chihuahuas and everything you see today. Some scientists even say that dogs actually had empathy trained into them, because a dog's ability to connect with man makes man love the dog so much more. So they're starting to postulate that maybe wolves are actually truly intelligent, emotionally intelligent, empathetically speaking, in that they can perceive human emotion extremely well as a result of their sort of co-evolution that started from wolves. So there's that about dogs. They're cool. They smell cool as puppies. I don't know what. See what I'm saying about questions? Let this be a lesson to you in questions. Like, what kind of question is? Can you talk about dogs? You're gonna have to help me out there. That's a ridiculously vague question. In so many ways. So many ways. Pat Timayo, what up? Saholio, thanks for stopping by while you were here. Creepy ass icon name or profile picture, whatever your face is. It's creepy. Looks like Ronald McDonald, kind of. I love lamp. Have fun at work, Saholio. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. So with that being said, if anybody has anything else they would like to share, by all means, share it. If not, forever hold your peace. Oh, are the extraterrestrials? Talk about Sirius Star. Why is the constellation that's shaped like a dog? Why is the constellation? I was like, what is the constellation? What? Why is the constellation shaped like that? Good night, Black Goddess. Thanks for tuning in that order. No, I can't talk about the dog and how it relates to the dog, nor can I speak on if they are extraterrestrials. Definitely not one of those, you guys. I don't know. I need to get on that channel and hype and figure what's good. You guys probably know as much as I know about the Dogon. I'll say it and I can be done with it in about a minute. And if you want to fill us in with more, then you're past what I got. The Dogon tribe was from Africa, right? And they saw the Sirius constellation and other bodies in the night sky that we didn't see until we had telescopes. But these foos knew it was there. God knows how long, thousands, at least before Western man got there. So that's crazy impressive. But they say that they come from this Sirius star, right? That was them who they gave themselves that credit. That's not sort of just a thing that people say online. Are they extraterrestrials? I don't know. I don't know. I think that all humans have extraterrestrial DNA in it, the junk DNA that they refer to in humans. I believe there's something fishy. I've done enough research from a wide variety of sources, scientists themselves, that are going, yeah, human evolution, I get it, but the leaps that we make in evolution compared to other animals is way too drastic to be realistic, because it's literally the only example that happens in the animal kingdom is with humans. And so that's why they're going, what the fuck is, so then you have junk DNA. Like what only species with junk DNA? Like how the fuck does that even happen? Especially considering upright bipedal mammals are super modern. If you're talking mainstream science, to all of a sudden have a massive amount of junk DNA, quote unquote junk DNA. And all humans have it, right? Regardless of how much fucking melanin you have in your skin, man, woman, age, like relation to the equator of the planet, the duration of sun throughout February, like it doesn't matter. We all have junk DNA, and way too much of it to be evolutionarily practical. So when you ask me, do I think the Dogon are extraterrestrials? Like, probably, because we all are, as far as my response to that question. You guys got to think bigger. Like I'm gonna start losing subscribers over the way I start talking in my future videos, because I'm tired of I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. You got to think bigger than the color of your skin. And I know some people are like, Some people are tribal as fuck, man. All people are tribal as fuck. Everyone, all races, like all races, men show it, women show it, the old show it, the young show. My friggin' 3-year-old to 2-year-old child shows, like we all show it. This sort of I am important. It's all about me. It's all about my country, my sex, my race, my ethnicity, my culture, my language, my. We all want to think we're special. I'm a star seed. I'm an ascended being. I am an old soul. Like I am like all these traps that we have, all these labels that we have, even you woke fucks out there. Sorry, I'm just speaking, guessing. Those are all hindrances. All of them. They're all hindrances. Like every culture, there are differences by all means, 100%. There are differences among them, but like the there's a difference between praising difference and sort of being tribalist and saying, my kung fu is better than your Shaolin. It's a dangerous game to play. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous game to play. So think bigger is what I'm getting at, right? You're focusing on the Dogon, which is dope if you want to be a believer. Some people want to be believers, and like that's why I like telling the story of the Dogon. Is to you that's sort of my red pill for some people. It's part of it. Really is. It's part of the Dogon or part of my red pill when I'm trying to initiate people into the weirdness of the world. I'm like, about the Dogon? And they're like, no. And I go, these dudes saw Pluto before we saw it, like 200 years, and there's some random African tribe. And they're like, no way. And I'm like, yes way, dude. Shit's crazy. It's real. Look it up. And they look it up and they're like, fuck, really? Like, how did they know? We didn't see him. Telescopes, 1936. Fucking these guys then, like, so tribes were supposed to be hunters, gatherers, and pyramids and shit. Like, yo, so I'm about it. But like, think big. Think big. We're all extraterrestrials. Sirius star corresponds to the Dogon. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I think they said that, right? So you're gonna have to Google it. I'm not a culturally master, Dogon culture master or anything. I just know that one story. And why is the constellation shaped? Why is the constellation that's shaped like a star, dog? I'm not even sure what that question means. Why is the constellation that's shaped like a dog? Did you mean to say, what is the constellation that's shaped like a dog? Or did you mean to say, why is the constellation shaped like a dog? Scratch. That's. Hopefully, I already answered the question in that really long winded rant. Where'd we go? Do you think Thoth was an extraterrestrial? Ooh, that's a better question, or at least it's a more interesting question. I'd have to. I don't remember my emerald tablets, which I think would have the best answer, because him and the people of Atlantis were children of the light, right? Whereas we would be the children of the earth. And I can't remember what gave them that distinction. I think Thoth might have been an extraterrestrial. I think. Not all people. Only melanated humans are extraterrestrial. JHDs, junk DNA. Talk about Anubis. Why are they eating dogs? What's the meaning of seeing a dead dog in your pathway? Those are pretty decent questions. I'm gonna keep going in the comments and then come back to that. Snap. Look at them beauties in the back. Came for the show. What up? Yeah, the beauties are beautiful. We're burning it too. We can burn some more right now because it's our first time trying it out and it is nice. Only albinos don't have melanin. And Candy Mikowski, what up? Right, that tribal stuff only worked in small groups for survival. Now the game is way different. Absolutely. Richie, breathe. Remember to breathe. What up, brother? What up? I sent you that. Audiobook. Oh yeah, you guys. Everyone say a kind thank you to Richie Breathe. We're finally joining forces and working on a project together. I've recorded a couple Gnostic texts, and Richie has been editing them and doctoring them up with that savage music production, sound production sorcery. Anywho, yeah, so super excited to get that out to you. Hello, Cassie, whatever. Do you ever feel your own spirit living another simultaneous life? Our souls are infinite. Supposedly, we are living out different experiences all at once in the universe. So, do you feel the other yous? Ooh, that's a good question, Starseed Glow. I've been thinking about it a lot. I have. And I don't. Here's my hang up with the sort of split parallel realities all existing at the same time sort of thing where there's a bunch of yous running around all sort of going down different paths and whatnot. My hang up with that, help me if you can, looking for a friend, but my awareness is only in this one. And if my awareness is only in this one, then whose awareness is in the other infinite Keiths running out around out there, or multiple souls of Keith running around out there? And or you could say, well, Keith, those are all your consciousness. But it's like consciousness is basically localized. That's the definition of conscious. It's like a specific point of perception, whereas your subconscious is the grander. So it's like, to say it's broken up into 4 times is to say that those 4 are broken up in, are all go back to one point. Who's that one point? Is that not Keith? Is that something bigger than Keith? Is that an oversoul? Some people say, I guess you could say it's like a soul family. And it sort of, I know that might be popular in the starseed literature, is that you can have a group of people that are broken into 5 times their amount of souls on Earth, right? That's a thing. So it's like, I'm wondering, what's the point of having all those other versions of Keith if I can't experience them? I guess that's my hang up with that question, Starseed Glow. That's why I've been thinking of it so much, is because I'm going, well, fuck, what's the point of, having a whole bunch, having a lifestyle where I made it to the MLB, or the lifestyle where I was a millionaire at 19, or the not lifestyle, or the soul version where I was these, like, when am I gonna, do I get to experience those, or is another version of me getting to experience those? And if it's another version of me, it's practically not me. So how is that my soul if I don't ever get to actually experience it? I've been thinking a lot about that question. I'm telling you. I guess what I gave you wasn't an answer, but more so simply what I think about a subject. It's hard to, maybe it's not that it's hard, but never mind. Audrey, melanin is dark matter. So what would light matter be? If melanin is dark matter, what's light matter? What's the opposite of melanin? I've heard that melanin is dark matter before. I can't, I've tried. I've tried to accept that melanin is dark matter, and just the fact that it gives dark pigmentation doesn't necessarily lead me to believe that it absolutely represents dark matter. It seems almost too easy, you know what I mean? Like how else does it represent dark matter? And what represents light matter? and do they act in the same under the same qualities of energy whenever we use dark before? So if you say dark matter I assume is, the etheric. Are we saying that melanin is like the chaos? Are we saying that melanin is the subconscious mind? Are we saying that melanin is the pure potential? Right? Because if we're saying that, then light matter, whatever the opposite of melanin is, let's say albino, right? Because albino skin is the only skin that doesn't have melanin in it. It's to say that albino is equally as necessary as the melanin, because all things have balance, right? So if you have a melanin, then you automatically have a opposite of melanin that's equal in power, only varying in degree. As we study in hermetics, right? All opposites are the same, but vary in their degree of actualization. So what were we say? Yeah. So is that what you mean by melanin is dark matter? So that's what I mean. That's it's missing too much that melanin is dark matter for me to be able to to be able to appreciate as a as a useful concept. Just the statement that melanin is dark matter is not enough to really convince me of anything, basically, is what I'm getting at. I'd have to really figure out what the fuck's going on there. Why is the constellation shaped like a dog? I don't think the Sirius constellation is shaped like a dog. And I don't think you do either. I don't think anyone thinks any of the constellations are shaped like what they're named. Let's fucking be real for 2 seconds here. You know what I mean? Not a goddamn soul is looking up at Sirius going, oh, for sure that's a dog. Well, I think the goat is just 3 stars in a line. One of them's offset by a few inches or so. And they're like, goats. Fucking 100%. They're like, what are names? But Theosophocles, dost thine eyes deceive thee? Dost constellation not appear as goat? And Theosophocles was like, Maximilius or Asclepius Hongadrius. Why, well, fellow, it does indeed look like a goat. We shall name it Capricorn after goat. No, I don't know what the fact. I don't think it looks like a dog at all. Not one bit. Not one bit do I think that Sirius constellation is shaped like a dog. So I'm not going to answer your question as to why it's shaped like a dog. You could have thrown literally any other animal on the planet, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, it's a unicorn. Does it exist? Yeah, unicorn. Yeah, it's it for sure. The horn right there and the tail and shit, rainbow colors. It's a unicorn, dude. Look at the constellation. I swear. Google it, bro. It's called unicorn because it looks like a unicorn. I'm just talking shit now, but how about I curse you? How about not, actor, singer? How about not? um, yeah. Richard Bree, parallel awareness is oversoul or higher self. I and I, the consciousness of the playground versus consciousness of each child. Ooh. Hopefully you're still in the room. But when you say the consciousness of the playground, are you saying that the consciousness playground is its own sentient individual entity of awareness? Like the post of the umbrella, or like it's still confined, in other words, right, to its own sort of identity? There's no such thing as time, but I think when we go through shifts, we feel indifferent when we cross another lifetime. Um, there's for sure such thing as time, you guys. I'll make a different video of this, but JHD's something I've been meaning. That was another thing I wanted to bring up too, that there is definitely such thing as time, you guys. I don't understand why everyone's got this thing about time. I'm about to rip into another one right now. Good. All right, check this out. There is such thing as time. Like the arguments I hear for time, for example, I was listening to a discussion earlier where the person said that there's no such thing as time. And he said time is perspective. No such thing as today. There's no such thing as tomorrow. Sometimes time moves fast. Sometimes time moves slow. Time is perspective. It's not really there. It's just a completely man-made construct. And then I thought, those definitions for not being real fit anything, right? Like let's take this candle wax, for example. It's solid, so you may think it's real because you can touch it, feel it, smell it. But then if you say it's real only because you can sense it, that's to say that it only exists if there's something to acknowledge it, which is not the case. You remove me, the wax is still here, right? Even if you couldn't smell the wax or touch the wax or see the wax. In fact, this wasn't even wax before it was wax. This was plants and shit. And this actually won't be wax much longer because once you burn it, the carbon molecules will be broken down and released into the air as carbon dioxide, where it'll start the carbon cycle all over again. So it's not persisting, in other words, right? Like they say time is fleeting, it's not real because it's fleeting. Well, this beeswax is fleeting. It came from something else. It will continue on to something else. And that goes with everything. That goes with you, this lighter in my hand, the metal that it took to make it, and the plastic and where it goes when it gets destroyed. Like this herb that I grew was minerals in the ground. Like this herb, this piece of oregano that I'm holding in my hand was shit at one point. Literally, an ant pooped his little butthole, got ant poopy all over the place. Bacteria broke down the ant poop, released all the nutrients from it because it was digested by bacteria and funguses, and then those things broke down. And then when they broke down and released into the soil, the plants were able to absorb them. So this is transmuted shit, just like all the other plants you're eating right now. Transmuted poop to some degree or another. Cousin twice removed or some shit like that. Everything is fleeting. So if your definition for something being real or not is whether or not it persists, then nothing is real. Nothing is real if it has to exist forever. And I agree with you 100%, actually, that in order for something to be the substantial reality, then it must exist as it is and as it always has been and ever will be. That thing is the thing that is ever enduring and the only thing. Everything else is fleeting, just as fleeting as time. In fact, I'd say time lasts longer than anything else in existence. Time is more, if there's one thing I know, it's that I will experience. And time holds all experiences apart so that they can be had. Therefore, as long as experience is around, so is time. And to get rid of that is to be back in source, back in oneness. Then yes, of course. Then it doesn't. Then of course time is irrelevant because all experiences are happening simultaneously. But for us, they're not. Each moment happens from time to time, not at the same time. We don't say at the same time, or we do, but we don't experience that. What we experience is from time to time. That's what we experience. At least this experience. That's how it's experienced. So to say something like there's no such thing as time is to be correct, 100%, but it's not useful. Remember we were talking earlier about what's useful and what's not useful? Because if everything is fleeting, therefore everything is unreal, then it's all equally real at the same time. You know what I mean? It's one of those mind game paradox type of things. But we're sort of all real in our unrealness. Because we were all playing by the same guidelines, whether or not they're. It's hard to. Hopefully, you can get pick up what I'm putting down. Yeah. Phoenix, prosperity, you too, brother. Yes, I am here. The fleeting sentience of the playground at recess is a spirit, just as the vibe of the ocean changes. So, ooh, Salav and Richie linking up. What up? Do you want to be cremated, buried, or do you have your body put in a tree when you die? I'll get back to that in a second. Let me see, just because I've been answering a ton of your questions, actually, so I wanted to see if someone else wanted to chime in. Sorry, I should have said infinite. You don't show up on YouTube. Do I find you on Keith's Discord? Or yeah, you guys can talk. Burn a candle. Things go back to spirit, then reconstitutes. Yes. Microbes, what up? Candy Mikowski, what up? Freezing and energy you connect with can last with you through time. That's why some elders look so young and have that vibrant energy. How they perceive their reality and move comfortably. Nice. Even as time moves. Nice. Well said, Odyssey. That's fun. I forgot you have that cool play on words name, Odyssey. Catching up with you guys' comments. My bad. I love reading your guys' comments. That's why I'm sort of spacing out on you right now. I feel like I'm missing out on the conversation if I'm not like taking time to look at what you guys are saying. Oh, I see. Sorry, sorry, I was reading that loud. Starseed Glow says, my point is Mother Gaia, ancestors, your highest self sends its energy, aka thought form, that keeps everything you see here. Thanks for the links, Agent Smith. Will they post? Yeah, they're back. Thank you for the links, but greetings, Ashley. We as a collective decided what the foundation to what we see every day, living or dead. Ooh. Well said. Well said, Starseed. All right. I'm gonna dip. Ashley asks, how did we get the name for the channel? It's from one of my favorite TV shows called Supernatural. And they have the Men of Letters, which is like a secret society that studies the occult and the supernatural in general. It's like the supernatural creatures, supernatural religions, all the ancient gods and goddesses. In the world of supernatural, it's like your typical fantasy mythology series where all the mythological entities are real. All your gods and goddesses from your different pantheons are real. All the werewolves and vampires are real. And the Men of Letters was this think Indiana Jones timeline and style, but more classy. So Indiana Jones meets like 007. That's what it is. It's basically Indiana Jones meets 007. And there are these dudes that are like Indiana Jones meets 007 who are called the Men of Letters. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But traditionally, Man of Letters is just back in the day, not many people could read. So if you could read, they called you a man of letters because you could read. But yeah, that's where my name came from. Yeah, Smith usually has this on the Discord. Can you drop a Discord link, Sir Smith, Sir Agent Smith? Oh, thanks, Phoenix 9. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Starseed Glow, is that? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I was thinking out loud. Awakened Warrior, what's up? I salute you too, man. I wouldn't quite go as far as calling me an awakened master. For so many reasons. But thank you, man. I bow my head to thee. I do not bow my head, but I bow my head at thee, sir. What is Discord? My thoughts exactly, Ashley. I got to get better with my Discord because apparently I can talk to you guys way better on there. It's pinned, though. It's pinned, which means it's going to happen. It's in the ether of happening, of me getting Discord figured out, you guys. I'll meet you there soon. But there is one for the channel, and Agent Smith has provided the link. Graciously, thank you kindly, Agent Smith. And you guys just click on there, join it. There's different topics. You can leave your name, sort of what you do, questions, excitements. Agent Smith basically runs everything on the Discord, the groups. So be sure to ask him for questions too if you have any questions about anything that we got going on here. He's definitely the man. Starseed Glow, the live. I posted to the community for you live cats. Let's see if it came up though. And none of you guys responded back. I posted members only. I did a members only post. You're supposed to be there, chilling, hanging out and shit, and you weren't. Where were you? I went live on the what am I saying? I need no copyright though. Where we at? Skip, please. Wait, I got something nice. Oh, whoa. Yo. Sorry, I forgot about the jams. Yeah, discord.org is rad. Take it. 007 plus Indiana Jones sounds like Tomb Raider. Yeah. It's a bit like Tomb Raider. Well, Tomb Raider's... yeah. Not so much. Tomb Raider might be a little too adventurous. And... no, you got it. You got it. What am I saying? You got it. You do voiceover work, Azrael? That's funny because I was going to be doing audiobook stuff for the private live. But yeah. Yeah, it's lo-fi, Ashley. It's that sweet, sweet lo-fi. No, I didn't make this beat. I made it. I'll show you one that I did make though. You guys, I guess you guys can. I've played it for you before. I take that back. I didn't make the beat. I played the piano, and my buddy took my piano and created everything around it. So I'll play that Jamski for you because it's kind of nice. So we got it. I think we just named it Keith on Keys. Yeah. But I love lo-fi. I would like to make a lot of lo-fi tracks and do sort of really epic monologue inspirational, spiritual speeches and do some real tasty ass lo-fi in the background. Why is the volume so high still after I turn it down? To be fair, it does sound a little, I don't want to say amateur, but maybe a little amateur. But it was my first go. You know what I mean? It'll only get better from here, right? Like if this is your first go on lo-fi, like you got you got a promising future. A shower jam, yeah. That's like a late night shower jam by candlelight. Phoenix, I've already got an EP coming. I've been stalling on copywriting my single, and then I'll release the single. But you'll hear it. I might do a special day where I play music just for you guys on here or something like that, so you can hear like behind the scenes type shit. As long as you guys promise to share and promote the hell out of it when I do drop it, I'll do a private party for you guys and you can hear it before we do it. I play piano. Piano's my main squeeze. Piano and voice are my main. I sing. I play the ukulele and piano. I do them all pretty damn well. Play a little bit of the guitar, but not really. A little bit of the bass, but not really. And I play that. I've been trying to learn how to play a friggin' side-blown wooden flute, Egyptian style. Odyssey. Yeah, we should get some lyrics on that one, huh? Share the link for the last one that you just played. I don't have a link for it. I have an MP3 for it. It's on my computer. I don't have a link. However, the one that's currently playing, I do have a link for if you guys want that. The Adventure Time thing. I don't think I know the Adventure Time thing. Do you find the oregano affects your singing voice? I had to switch to a vaporizer. You know what's crazy, dude? I go back and forth because sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't smoke before because the same thing as you when I'm playing shows, but when I'm playing on the streets, I chief like it's going out of style, and my singing voice is so much better. And here I've been trying to sort of figure out why that is. When there's nothing like playing music on the streets. Like after the bars close and everyone's out there, because where I'm from, like the bars close, no one wants to go home. In California, it's only 2 o'clock, 1:30 when they start closing things down. So people are still trying to vibe. And it's such an intimate setting. And like there's zero pressure because like, no one gives a fuck if you fuck up on the streets, you know, it's nothing official, it's whatever. You're like, no one's paying attention half the time. So I can really fucking let loose. And when I'm burning the oregano, It's so much easier for that, and I sink into such a nice pocket. It feels good and sounds good and comes with ease. But when I'm burning the oregano on stage, dude, before an official show, I feel like I'm like halfway through the show. So to answer your question, yes and no, man. But I find it strange that some of these roster reggae dudes can smoke like it's their fucking job, because it is. I feel like as a reggae singer, it's kind of your job to smoke mad oregano. All my favorites do it. Some of my favorites pull out burrito-sized blunts on stage. Looks like they're burning a goddamn snow cone up there. And the dude hit, this guy's name's Josh Heinrichs. He's got beautiful music. I'm gonna lose copyright on this video, but who was it? Starseed gave us a donation, so we made our $2.50 quota per video, so we can go ahead and get this one demonetized. But he's got Josh Heinrichs. What's a good one to play? Is it New Love? I'm gonna play you guys a jam right now. Play a jam right now. Give me a sec. Hold on. It's nice. The dude's name is Josh Heinrichs. Tell him Keith sent you. Ooh. Oh man.
Baby, I wanna tell you how I feel. Said I'm in love. I'm in love. The things you do to me, oh baby, I can't believe they're real. Said I'm in love. I'm in love. Said I wanna hold you close and never let you go, and never let you go. Oh.
But I still get a little excited. So this dude smokes blunts the size of fucking burritos on stage, and then sings just like this. And this is him like being sort of tame. He lets it loose. Like he's nice with it, super nice with it. And he does it. He does it after ripping burrito blunts on stage. So it's shit. We call them phenomenons. It's just a phenomenon. The phenomenon, dude. Doesn't know how else to explain it. All right, Phoenix. I'm gonna. Yeah. We're releasing the single. We're gonna release the single. Hopefully you guys could hear the song though. I didn't even realize. Could you guys hear it? Jared Dobbs, what up? Always a great time to enter. A wizard is never early, or late. He always arrives exactly when he means to. Done and done. Natural by nature. What up? Keith with the keys. Yeah, do love me. I gotta play you guys some music too and get on some jams. I played a show the other day and it went so good. The day before Halloween. Played at a brewery and it was fucking awesome. So felt good. It felt good to be back at it. Y'all felt good to be back at it. Yeah, it is a gift, Billy Davis. Yeah, he's good. His name's Josh Heinrichs. Check him out. He's a reggae dude. He's a white guy from St. Louis, but he's one of my favorite reggae artists, period. It's got a couple bangers that I really, 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 really enjoy. All right. What's his live at California Roots? Was this the one though? That's my question. Hold on. No, it's not. Oh, it's such a Sugar Shack 12. I'm trying to find. Okay. Oh, bummer. I need the live version, brother. What'd you do with the live version? Where's it at? You're gonna have to play me live version. Here's my goal. If you got, I want like as many people from my YouTube channel to hit up his Instagram. Be like, Keith told us to check out your music. We love it. Because I hit him up. I was like, hey, help me promote my music. And he was like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Like, send me your tracks. I was like, you're such an inspiration. I was fanboy hard. And he was like, yeah, I'll take a listen, send him over. But he never got back to me. So either they suck or he's just too busy. So we got to blow him up, though. Oh, man, I miss playing music so much. COVID sucks so bad. Hey. You guys know about that bubble? You guys know anything about reggae music? Yeah. Anywho, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, singing with ganja smoke. Good luck. Vocal stamina, great tone. B-Day. My birthday is April 13th. Rifle and love from the southern U.S. What up? Something now. Yeah, jazz fan. Love. Who dis? Oh, this is still Josh Heinrichs. You got a plug for me? If you have a plug for me in Atlanta, let me know, brother or sister. I will go out there and play music in a fucking heartbeat. Give me a good venue. I'll show up. Black roses in my garden. I should do black oregano in my garden. Oh man. I'm out though. Thanks for chilling, you guys. Thanks for being here, and thank you for sharing your time and your space with me. If you got it, light it as a parting burn. Oh man, I drive no fast car, no. Oh, big Cadillac, Lord. Places that you know what? I said that. I mean, I drive no fast car, no. Oh, big Cadillac, Lord. And I love to hold it down, blazing up in the back. Oh, yeah, you know the same. And that saxophone too sounds so fucking nice, man. I would go down walks down the beach, Santa Barbara, California, sunset, just bumping this thing in my earphones, knee deep in the ocean water, just walking for miles up against the cliffs. Oh man, this is it, dude. Some good reggae Rastaman tunes, and a good setting. That's fucking. That's what you need in your life if you're struggling with the nature of consciousness. Is you need to get off your damn ass, stop reading books, and go take a walk somewhere beautiful with some beautiful music in your ears, a beautiful person by your side. Whatever it makes you most happy, fucking find that and do that as often as you can. That's what you need to be doing if you're struggling with the nature of consciousness. Jesus Christ, if we can bring this whole goddamn thing home, we'll end it on that. Thank you, Josh Heinrichs, for inspiring such a sweet little outro for us. If you want to see a good feeling in my soul, it reminds me of you. But even in the song, so look at, watch. Here's the lyrics. Wait for the lyrics. Well, it's important. It's important. He says, Lord, I'm just cruising. Oh, Lord, I'm cruising, huh? We're just going for a ride. Down that smooth country road. A good feeling in my soul. It reminds me of you. I can have this feeling that I might know. Can't remember see. Either way. He says, I may not drive no fast car or no big Cadillac, no, but I know how to have a good time. Burn it up. Yeah. Man, I need to do a nice fucking cover of this song. I gotta do a nice cover of this song. All right, you guys. Good night. Thank you guys for coming out. Rock on.
Thank y'all so much. My name is Josh.
That's all funny. All right, you guys.